Hi, I'm Joni Siani, Professor of Communications and Media here at Manhattanville College. And if you're an educator or a mom like me raising kids in the digital age, it can be quite challenging. We've seen the unintended consequences of over connectivity with digital devices. For the past 10 years now, I've been working on solutions. We've been doing trial and error social science experiments, and we finally have a curriculum that we feel is really showing some success.
So our approach is that we're trying to get you, your human apps, right here, they come with you. They're downloaded upon birth, and it's just a matter of you accessing all these awesome human apps that you have. And what we're trying to do is get you to be more mindful as you're using it, and to being able to say, what is this doing to me? So not only am I on social media for what length of time, how am I feeling while I'm on social media? How does this constant comparison to other people's lives make me feel? Does it make me feel happy? Does it pull me down a little bit? We now have statistics where anxiety, depression, and suicide is skyrocketing. Suicide rates were on the decline for the past 25 years, and they just started going up again in 2012, 2013. And the demographic that's being affected the most by that are 12 to 18-year-old girls, with an increase in suicide. So this is my mission. You know, I cannot handle seeing this and just turning a blind eye to some of these effects.
We have a whole public health class here.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, where are you?
There's a bunch.
Ah, there
yeah.
they are.
And our topic that was student driven was mental health on campus. And so we're taking the first half of the semester to sort of research where that is. So this is part of our research today.
Oh, this is so good. I got so much stuff for you.
Yeah, and then we're going to proceed, the last few weeks to develop an action plan. So I just was wondering if you have any thoughts on where we go.
You know what I do in my interpersonal communication class? We do the No App for Life challenge for a week. And so it's a little bit different than this, and you can have it. So so what we learned, you're already panicking, you're doing like this, twitching a little bit. We'll bring your moms in. That's the biggest thing. We have to educate the parents. But here's the deal. So I've been doing this, this was done in 2011, 2012, 2013. I've been doing this every year. And the research is absolutely consistent. We've tweaked it. So instead of these kids went totally cold turkey, zero, no. So what we did is we call it the No App for Life Challenge. And you take all your apps, okay, and you put them in a folder on your phone, so you can only use your phone in case of an emergency. But the goal is not about can you hold your breath long enough and how long can you go without it. The goal is a compare and contrast study. How does it feel in my mental health well-being? How do I feel going more authentic in my communicating? So we teach non-judgmental listening. How do I feel if somebody's listening to me empathetically? So you journal, and we have a scale 0 to 10 on your anxiety level on every day. But the whole thing isn't about how long can I go without it. It's about learning about yourself and your writing. And you want to find out, how do my relationships change? How do my relationships change when I'm giving my friend this non-judgmental time to just listen to him? Can I just listen? So you're improving your patience. You're creating stronger bonds. You're being more self-reliant. So it's a week of not thinking about it as going without, but going within. If I said, what do you think about the new technology? What would you say? It's cool, right? It can do, right? Anyone doing the new Google Pixel 3 camera? Hear about that? All right, so that's the new, so it can be very cool. But the other question is not so much what do you think about it and the technology, but to start to ask yourselves, how do you feel? And so when you ask an intellectual question, you get an intellectual response. Hang on, let me think about that. But when you ask an emotion-based question, how do you feel? It's usually an emotional response, correct? We're going to empower you guys to change the world, because you have to remember, the 18 to 25-year-olds, you guys are the trendsetters. And if we educate you and fill you in on what's literally happening to you with anxiety and everything else, then you can start a new trend. And I always say, the second the college kids say, yeah, we're not texting anymore, talking is cooler than texting, you've just changed the world, because 50-year-olds want to be you and 13-year-olds want to be you. So you have the power.
Did the journals work for you?
Oh yeah, I journaled absolutely every emotion, any situation that happened throughout the day. I think it definitely helped with the after epiphany.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, this is the whole goal here, is to learn about yourself, right? And so during that week, we're going to try TFI, more technology-free interactions. You'll follow the Siani scale, which we have animations on that. Did that help you, the little scale?
Yeah. I think also, and similar to what you were saying, it just helps you when you reflect every day. That daily reflection really keeps you motivated.
Right, right. And so it's a mindful communication exercise. And again, what we refer to is the intrinsic motivation. So when I was reading, Jean, how you're saying, how did this college professor get hundreds of students to go without their phones? Why did you guys want to do it?
I think
What was it that you heard that said, I want to do it? Because I was aiming for the intrinsic motivation. What was it that you heard that you're like, I'm in?
Well, I think deep down we all say this, even on social media. People say it. We're online too much. We're on our phones too much. Everyone knows that deep down inside.
Right.
And I just felt a longing. Like I wanted to connect to people, and I knew that I could, and I knew I could learn more about myself, and that there was so much that I knew I was disconnected from myself, and that by trying to connect to everyone artificially, I was losing myself.
Right.
And so I knew it was a deep longing. And I think we all have that longing inside of us.
So did having this like as an assignment give you an excuse?
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
almost like a push
Okay.
to make you do it.
Right. So you're like, I even with the power of 25, right, Eleanor, I was like, you can go tell everybody I have this horrible teacher who's making me do, not me, I wouldn't be calling you if it was just me, but Siani, right? So did that help, having that?
Yeah, it's like being told, like going into the semester knowing you're going to have to do this, I think gives you a little more motivation to be like, okay, because like you said, like we all know that we're on our phones way too much, but we don't really want to do anything about it. It's like being told like you have to like put your phone aside and like focus on communicating better with people like through yourself, I think is a good form of motivation to be like, you can do this, like you don't need to rely on your phone.
Right.
And you
So-
don't really have anything important to lose either through doing a challenge. We're doing it for a reason, for a purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kirsten, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Panic attack over there?
No, I'm excited for it. I
You
know
are.
it's gonna be hard, but I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Do you want, because you want to know about yourself a little bit?
Yeah,
more?
I need to rediscover who I am. So without my phone,
Okay.
it's important.
It is. So, so we're doing it, we're just, okay. And so just, our whole thing is there's power in numbers, and if we do it together, my other thing is, put social media on the back burner for a while. Sorry for your business there. But we need to be the consumers who are taking control of an industry that's been quite exploitive. It's really been quite exploitive of an entire generation. And I'm really mad. I mean, I'm so angry. And I've said it over the years of me speaking out on this, but I think that I'm passionate about reversing these very dangerous statistics. When you see suicide has gone up by 56%, since the year that the iPhone and social media launched, then I think we are in crisis. So.
Industry and education becomes married here, and that's where the innovation room came out of. So in thinking about how do we promote this beautiful merging between industry and education, if we brought thought leaders in, and because we're online, most of our attendees are actually virtual, which is exciting to us. If we brought thought leaders in to talk about different aspects of the professions, different aspects of the industries, we could get a good dialogue going. Whether that dialogue is tonight, continues after tonight, it's all good. So tonight we have a wonderful speaker who exemplifies this, Joni Siani. I should show her book. She is the author of Selling Your Soul, No Afterlife. But she also has a documentary based on the findings of the book. And she has a lifelong career in broadcasting as an educator. And she's going to talk with us tonight about, does technology hinder or help the workforce? What do we do in an over-connected digital world? And just
anybody watch Mad Men? Mm-hmm. Right? So we're talking about business communication or communicating in a professional setting. And things have certainly changed, right? So this was an old traditional way, and I'm not saying, I mean, certainly the 60s had their issues, right? Sexism, the smoking, the drinking, the scotch during meetings and stuff. We don't see that today. Maybe we should. I don't know. That might be something we can reconsider. You know, social norms are fluid. We can bring them back whenever we want. But you know, life looked a little bit different there, and our work now has changed, and this is what working looks like today, right? Working anywhere, anytime. We've got our laptops. And this is very much what a new generation is used to. I had a 23-year-old fashion student last week, and this is why everything is changing so fast, is that she said, okay, I'm 23. Before I got to college, I had to wipe out all my social media. You can only get into college, you know, they're going to look at your social media, so I deleted all my social media. She goes, here I am, you know, 6 years later, and I'm trying to get a job, and they said, how many followers do you have? How many like, you're only going to be hired if you will blend your work with your private life. So how many followers do you have that we will be able to use in our business? So then she goes, there I am with my 17-year-old sister going, I need an Instagram page. I need a Twitter page. You know, and she was mad. She was like, I don't want that. I want to separate the two worlds, you know, and think about that. You know, I mean, we had a luxury of separating our private world. And I remember the Harvard Business Review, like, you know, when Facebook, should you friend your boss? Should you not friend your boss? You know, are you insulting your boss if you're not friend? So we've been winging this. You know, we've been doing the trial and error and trial and error.